Channel 6 News. Matthew Morton. Chloe Dupre. Susan. Garrett Williamson. Action. Music. Politics. Gaming. Sports.
Good evening, I'm Matt Morton.
And I'm Chloe Dupre.
And you're watching Channel 6 News. Later tonight in entertainment, we have a live field agent ready to confront rapper Willie Wells on his most recent cocaine allegations. You may recognize the name Willie Wells from hit singles such as Lost My Virginity in Grade 7 and Turkey Chicken.
Oh my God! Oh, Willie Wells! Willie Wells! Can you come to Wells? Take a picture. Take a picture of Willie Wells. Oh my God! Take a picture. Can you take him off? I'm bringing sexy back. The mother boys don't know how to.
Do you write that song at all?
That's an original song.
It's Justin Timberlake's Sexy Back,
It
eh?
is. I wrote it.
It sounds exactly like Justin
It's not
Timberlake's.
Justin Timberlake's.
You can see how they relate to it.
See how they compare it to it.
You're not a drug user.
I'm not a drug user.
Don't do drugs, eh? Okay, but that was a good interview. Thank you.
Wow. Well, moving on. First, we have a live interview with Megan McFadden, a radio broadcaster for Rogers Radio. Thank you for joining us, Megan. If you could tell us what the title of your job is and the company you work for, please.
Well, I've worked in a lot of different areas in the media, including magazine, television, radio, and print journalism. My name is Megan McFadden, and currently I'm working as a radio reporter for AM 980 in London.
Could you describe the job for us, please?
So there's lots of different roles as a part of this job, including reporting, and often that involves going to the newsroom, either getting assigned or pitching a story and then going out on location to interview people. In the newscasting role, I would normally go in on weekends and I'd be on air for several hours composing a newsreel format newscast and delivering that online. In addition to doing online web stories, tweeting, it's become a multifaceted job.
Now, how competitive is the job market for you?
Job market, well, London being a medium market, I wouldn't say it's incredibly competitive, but yes, you do need that skill set in order to have the edge, and it just so happens that we've got two major post-secondary institutions in the form of Fanshawe and Western University that each are producing journalists and multimedia journalists as well, so it does get competitive.
Wow, riveting.
Now, Megan, can you tell us what you took in school?
Well, I took broadcast journalism at Fanshawe College, which led to an internship and the subsequent opportunities that I've had in the media, and right now I'm finishing a degree in history and hoping to do my master's in journalism.
Very interesting. Could you tell us what the hours of your work are like?
I would say yes, I have a lot on the go, but it's pretty manageable with school. I get a pretty flexible schedule in terms of working on weekends and evenings, like today for the election. So yeah, I have time to fit stuff in.
Wow. Now, did this job direct you in a different career path, or is this what you were intending on doing while you were in school?
Well, it's my second radio job. However, it gives me an opportunity when I try other areas, including magazine and television, like tonight, to see where I want to go.
All right, well, thank you very much for this interview, Megan. That's Megan McFadden with Rogers Radio, and now on to our next interview with James Elston, a TV producer for Rogers Television. Hi, James. Thank you for being with us. First of all, could you tell us your name, your job title, and the company you work for, please?
So my name is James Elston. I'm a television producer for Rogers Communication here in St. Thomas.
Could you describe your job for everybody, please?
The jobs depends on a day-to-day basis, basically. So, tonight we did more news type coverage, but on the weekend I did 3 hockey games.
Actually?
And then, so this morning I actually did a podium style show. So it's all over the place. We do field shows, multi-camera production shows, and live studio broadcast shows.
How competitive is the job market in your field?
It depends on where you are, right? Like
Yeah,
in Toronto, there's a lot more jobs. Here, I guess for this job, I think 120 people applied for it. So if you think of that for one job, that's a lot. Where if you get into Toronto or the
Yeah.
larger markets, the jobs are easier to come by.
All right, could you tell everybody what you took in school?
Directly.
For this particular job, I took broadcasting television.
Oh, really?
At Seneca in Toronto, and I started off in the film industry in Toronto and the TV industry there, and then I migrated back towards home.
What are the hours like for your job?
Regulations, hours, it's hit and miss, right? Like, so it's what, 10 o'clock right now, so
Yeah.
it's a late night tonight, but the next 2 days I'll be able to take off, right? Because I worked all weekend, so it's a bit of flexibility. You have to
So
work
it's all
late some
over.
nights, yeah.
Does this job direct you in a different field, or is it something you've been prepping for since you've been in school?
I was headed towards TV.
Yeah.
From the beginning, I started off in TV, and that was actually my first job in TV, so I've been with TV ever since. So it's been over 10 years.
All right, well, thanks, James. That's great. That's James Elston from Rogers Communication. After our break, our next segment is about the sudden population drop over the last 30 years in post-secondary school.
Class, program code to the J782Leap3 equals 3949X. Now, class, what do you think about that?
School's out.
We'll be back to you after these messages.
Are you having troubles with lactose intolerancy? You still want to have those dairy products, but you have troubles in the bathroom? Well, I have nothing to fix it. But eat Miss Vicky's chips. They are delicious.